Hi guys, how are you?
Yeah, we're so excited to be premiering the film in Muswell. It's amazing.
Yeah, so how's it all been? Like, how did the idea get thought up?
So it was. So the idea is it's based on two people, Ruth and Megan, who are playing themselves and really own a real vintage shop in Muswell Hill. So in terms of inspiration, they're the real inspiration behind it. Like they're literally real people. So when we came on board the project, they'd already kind of started making. They made a short film with Chris. So that was all kind of established. And the thing is, they have a real vintage shop, and the concept is that they use their time machine to go back in the past and steal stuff, sell in their shop. So that was what we kind of came on board with, and that already existed. Yeah. It was crazy.
And they really do own that vintage shop, and it really is in Muswell Hill, and even the name is the same, Cha Cha Cha. But they don't own a time machine in real life.
We don't know. Maybe they do.
Maybe they do. I don't know how they get all the good stuff.
Who knows?
Yeah.
So when it comes to like comedy value, when it came to the casting, who thought of the perfect cast? This is a great cast.
I mean, we got really lucky because we, like us and Chris, we all kind of were like coming up with our wish list, and kind of we reached out to them all, and we got pretty much like our first choices of most of the characters. So it's kind of crazy, and I think, like, you know, once we started getting a couple of people on board, like at first, then it just started snowballing, and then at the end, you know, we got like student writer narrator, and I think, like, especially as it kind of was growing and we started shooting it, like it got easier and easier to bring people on board because it was already kind of happening. So
we were so lucky in Vegas, and yeah, he's so funny. Like we did so much improv on set, and like he just comes up with ideas so quickly. Like you can see the way his brain works is amazing because he's just thinking of the jokes like faster than you can work it out. And so like when we're editing as well, we had all this extra footage and all these extra jokes, and you have to pick and choose. Obviously, you can't have everything, but yeah, just having his like improv comedy talent on set was amazing.
Yeah. What was it like working with people like Brian, Guy, Tom?
Oh, they're so funny. They're so funny. And with like Tom, we were big Buffy fans.
Same.
Yeah, so we'd be like, oh, you know this guy we really like, because we wrote it with Chris as well. We were like, we really pictured we were writing like this guy as being somewhat like Andrew from Buffy, and then we were like, hey, you know what? I wonder if he's around. Would he come? Like, probably wouldn't say yes. And then we reached out, and he was like, yeah, this is fun. And he watched the short film, so he understood the concept, and he was like, yeah, this looks really fun. So he came, and we were like, wow, that's really amazing. And Guy is also like amazing. Like they just as a duo, I think, worked really well, Guy and Tom. And they were like playing off each other. Like they had a lot of fun with that, I think. So yeah, it was such a great class for us.
What's your thoughts on a Buffy reboot?
It's got to have Tom in it, or otherwise I'm out.
I think you should have Tom in it. That's fine. Andrew fan. I need him.
Yeah. So did you ever have like any, when it comes to comedy values, how easy is it to let the cast maybe do more improv, I can't say the word, improv. It's been a long day. Improv to their roles instead of sticking to the script?
I mean, basically on principle, we always make everybody stick to the script very religiously on like our first view. We make sure we've got it exactly as we kind of planned. And then after that, then we start letting people have fun with it and kind of try new things. And loads of good stuff comes up. But it's really, I think it is really important to make sure you get the script first, because there's always, like once you start playing, there's stuff that happens where you're like, oh, that was great, but we never got that line, and there's a callback to it elsewhere in the script and we forgot. You know, so I think you kind of want to make sure you get the script for the edit, and then we just let everyone do what they want, and there was great stuff.
And I think as well, like the actors feel more comfortable when they have structure. So you know they'll kind of follow them. It's almost like rehearsal. Like you get it perfect so many times, and then you feel like they can play when they know the structure of where they're going with it. So it's not so much makeup as you go along. It's more like, hey, if I twisted this line a different way, how would it come out? And I think they have the confidence to do that when they really like it.
And for aspiring writers, directors, producers, what advice would you give them?
I mean, I don't know. Well, I guess choosing who you work with is a big thing. Like, once you find a few people that you work really well with, I think that makes a massive difference, because it's like you can't do everything one person. So, and to be fair, we did a lot of this film, like 3 people, and the more people that come on board that you trust, the bigger of a thing you can been made. So like,
Yeah, and I was going to say it's like choosing the people you work with is like a marriage. Like if you're going to get into it in your film, you know how long it's going to take to finish, and you have to be sure that you want to be with those people for this long.
Yeah.
You know? So it is a major commitment. Yeah, it feels like almost like having a baby with someone. Like in this degree, and you're like now I'm going to his graduation. But yeah. It's a long process.
And then lastly, because I could ask you so many more questions, but I know you've got a million things to do tonight. What can we expect from you both in the future?
So we just wrote and directed another film called The Upside and Unrequited, and it's a teen comedy coming of age based on a novel by Becky Albertalli, who did Love Simon. So similar vibe, like very sweet, very innocent. And it's about two sisters, and they're kind of growing apart, growing in different directions. And one of them is very sort of successful in love, and the other one is not so much. So
crushes.
yeah, so that's been really fun. We shot that in Maryland, in the US, and that's in post now. So we're
Guys, thank you so much for your time, and
Thank you
best
so
luck
much.
with the film. I can't
Thank
wait to
you.
watch it myself. And congratulations on the 4-star with The Guardian.
Thank you. We're very, very
Yeah.
proud of that.
Thank you so
you.
much. Thank you.